SiriusXM, it's the heat. I'm Swaggy Sie, and I have like a legend right now in the building. Singer, songwriter, dancer, actress, model, CEO, mother, wife. Am I forgetting anything?
Oh, that's so sweet.
Ciara, what's up? How are you?
I'm amazing. Really good.
It's good to see you in here glowing. Like, we got new music on the way.
Yeah, I'm excited.
The first thing that I want to tell you is that myself and your daughter, we share the same name. Like, we just found out when I walked into the room.
Sienna. I was like, Sienna. That's so good.
Now the listeners are like, that's your real name? Sienna is your real name?
So good.
How did you pick that name?
You know, I give credit to my husband because Sienna's name is actually a combination of my name and his sister's name.
Oh.
And his idea was like, it's his two favorite girls kind of thing.
Wow.
So it's really sweet.
That's
so,
sweet.
Yeah, I give Dad credit. And then her Sienna's middle name is my middle name, Princess.
Oh.
So then,
okay.
so that's my girl.
See, my mom didn't have like a good story like that. It wasn't that sweet. She actually picked my name out of a crayon box.
You're kidding me.
Because Sienna is a color. And
Oh,
literally,
yes,
like,
that's right.
the crayon is like my skin complexion. Like, I didn't know how that
so
that
funny.
ended up happening in real life.
But she spells it with the S.
Or
just like the color.
SIENNA, like the color.
Okay, got it.
Yeah.
I thought it was Sienna with CIE. No.
No.
Yeah. Really? You know, it's so crazy. I don't know why I never really thought about the spelling of the color, but yeah.
Right,
That's
yeah.
amazing.
It's spelled with an S, so
good.
Yeah, it's not as good as Russell's story, but
hey, listen, the name is amazing, obviously.
Thank you.
It worked out.
Yes, it worked out for both parties. But you are back and you've been working on a lot. What's been going on? New music?
Yeah, this is it's an exciting time. I am putting out my new album, Beauty Marks.
Mm-hmm.
It comes out May 10th.
Right.
And it's my first album release under my new label, Imprint, as me owning my own label, which is pretty cool.
Right.
It's been an incredible journey thus far, and I'm really proud of it.
How about Beauty Marks Entertainment?
Yeah.
Where did this come from?
Yeah, so this was really cool because it was kind of a dream come true moment for me, and it happened quicker than I had imagined. So first I started out by wanting to create my own management company for myself, just kind of wanted to do the non-traditional way of doing management and just kind of like just taking a different approach to it. I've been doing it for so long, and I felt like I needed a breath, like some new energy, a new approach, like kind of, mix it up for myself. Also, I've been very blessed to have built a lot of cool relationships over the years. And
right,
so,
of course.
And I pride myself on that. So I'm like, I think there's a great opportunity for me to establish my own company and surround myself with people that are like-minded, but also can help me grow, that are smart in what they do. And, and so I gave that a try. That's where it started. And then, literally, I was in a major recording system at that time when I started my own management company. And then by God's grace, fortunately and unfortunately, fortunately, but I always said that whenever I get a chance to own my own record label, I'm going to do it. And I was, at that time when I was in the major recording system, I just kind of felt like I was being creatively handicapped, or handcuffed.
Okay.
Yeah. And so, I was kind of like, my hands were tied creatively. I couldn't express how I wanted to, when I wanted to. I had to wait for different opinions,
right.
People, to say if
Budgets
they approve it or not,
budgets,
everything. And then there was a changing of the guards from one CEO to another CEO, and then one A&R to another, just so many changes were happening. And so for me, I'm like, man, I'm going to roll with this because I know this is where I am right now, and I got to trust in God for this journey. This is what I'm supposed to be doing. This is where I'm supposed to be. And this is my journey right now. But however, when I get the chance to, I am going to create my own label.
Right.
And so by God's grace, I had one of my last meetings with the label. And I played them Level Up. I played the video. I talked about my vision for the project and everything. And we just didn't see eye to eye. And they didn't really see anything in it. And so that was my moment when I got to create my own record label. And all that falls under the Beauty Marks Entertainment umbrella.
Right.
And literally, it was a matter of like few phone calls, a couple of meetings, talked to my internal team, people that had been on my team, my own personal team, and everybody was like, let's go. Everybody was really supportive and was like, I know you can do this,
Took that leap.
And so, yeah, I went for it. And, when we talk about leveling up, I always say being your own boss is one way to level up, and that was my opportunity. And I went for it, and it's been an incredible journey this far. And they said that Level Up wouldn't have, I wouldn't have been a streaming act anymore. I wouldn't have, done, Level Up was not it, and
that is crazy.
Yeah,
just to hear you say that is insane, because we already seen what Level Up has done, what it's done virally
Yeah.
on social media. Did you expect for that to happen?
Yeah, so I'll tell you, I believed in the record. I really
Right.
did. When I had the visual, and had the song, I believed in it. However, I didn't know that it would happen the way it happened, at the magnitude that it happened, like instantly. Like it was like
instant, like
literally within 24 hours, people were creating their own level up videos. And that was like, wow. Like I get goosebumps when I talk about it, because it was a true testament to believing in myself, and a true testament to the power of my fans, the connection I have with my fans. And it was like, no matter what any executive can say you are, they have no power. You say who you are.
Right.
You believe in yourself, and your fans say what it is, period. They override any thought of any executive, anybody's opinion.
Yes.
And that's always proven to be true. In any release of any song, there's a lot of times where executives say, that's not going to work, but if the fans like it, it's going to work.
Like it, that's it. And I think the fans made their decision on this one. Well, let's not even waste any more time. Let's get straight into it.
Let's do it.
Yes, it's the Heat. SiriusXM, it's Swaggy Sie on the Heat. I have Ciara in the building. We just finished leveling up. Oh my goodness,
Hey.
I can't believe they doubted that one. But
Oh
now,
my
don't worry about it. We ain't even gonna dwell on that, because we got some new music that's out right now. The Heat has been running,
Yes.
and I'm talking about "Thinking About
Yes.
You." Before I even talk about this song, I want to talk about the video, because I watched it about 5 times, and probably I'll watch it another 5 times after this.
Love that. I
But
love that.
I love the video. Instantly, it gave me, of course, I'm sure you guys went in this direction, Pretty Woman vibes.
Yeah, that
And
was a bit of our inspiration.
Probably looking at me like, how the hell do you know about Pretty Woman?
No,
But
it's good.
it's my mom's favorite movie.
I love that.
So, how much fun did you have shooting this video?
Oh my gosh, I had a blast. This video was directed by my friend Hannah Lux Davis. And it was the idea of me having fun in my hotel room, my grand hotel room kind of thing.
Staircase going down. I'm like, all right, this is not exactly Pretty Woman,
suite.
but
Yeah, exactly. No, but it was the idea of that.
Right.
And my maid was really silly. It's kind of like me and her had a connection. We've known each other for a little bit, and she's just watching me.
Oh, so that's like real life.
Well, that's the idea.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
I was
and then she's seeing me be all giddy, getting ready for my first date, getting ready for the night, thinking about him, thinking about, I will say this feeling was pretty much the feeling I had when I met my love.
I was gonna ask you that.
Yeah,
Is this like, did you channel something way back when?
I can't lie. The feelings I had inside were really I was full of excitement, and I was smiling big, like I'm talking right now, like I'm doing now.
Yeah, look, I love that. It's butterflies all over again.
I was really looking forward to my first date with my love, and this song definitely taps into what those feelings are when we have that moment, and when you're thinking about someone and you're being so goofy, jumping on your bed, and as I did in the video, just doing silly stuff in the mirror, like
right,
Millie rocking. You
channeled your New York. I appreciate.
Exactly.
I appreciate
what
that.
Up?
What
like
up,
New
son?
York,
I
it's
appreciated
real.
that moment, yo.
Exactly, I got you. No, but basically, fun stuff, dancing in the bathroom. Again, my maid was also really silly. If you look at the detail, she's back dusting the air. Like, she's not even dusting anything. But she's watching me on the phone call. Issa Rae calls me, and I think it's him calling me, and it's like, oh, Issa, she messing up my whole vibe. Like, I'm thinking about him right now. I'm tearing my house apart, or my hotel room apart, thinking about him, and just having this kind of like feeling where you can control, but you can't control those feelings, right?
Right.
Also, that's what the video was about, and it was a lot of fun. I don't know if you've been able to see my little daughter, Sienna. I just posted a video of her. She remade the.
I did not see
said
it yet.
that she showed me how it's done.
I have to go see this video.
But yeah, so I had a good time though shooting the video and singing with the hairbrush. I mean, just all that fun stuff. Singing with the broom. I kind of turned the room into like my stage.
Right.
It was kind of that feeling as well, and just me being lost in my own world, which is really.
You know what scene was like hilarious for me, when you guys kept kind of cutting back to the wigs.
Yes,
so
yes,
instantly
yes.
I'm like, how many wigs does Ciara own? I have to. Is there a closet for them?
There is definitely a closet.
Okay, there's a
and
closet
a collection.
of wigs.
Okay. That's just the real.
Is one your favorite? Do you have names? Like, we got.
Oh, I do. I do have names, like, or when we're doing certain looks, like if I'm doing like the Michelle Pfeiffer, like, I'll have that vibe, So I do fun stuff like
right.
that. But I do have a wider range array of,
Right. A variety.
pieces. Hair pieces.
You need
and
them.
you do, because one, it protects your hair.
Exactly.
Right?
Protect your styles.
And then you can be creative. Like, if
can
I
switch
feel
it
like
up.
being like long, like Puerto Rican, curly, I can do her. And then if I want to be like, I don't know, my Michelle Pfeiffer, like, what up, gangsta, I can do that. I can just switch it up and not have to damage my own hair. So
Yes.
I like doing that.
Well, you hear this. Ciara is switching it up on us, especially on this new joint. Thinking about you. Let's get into it. Can you introduce it for us?
Of course. Everybody listening right now, this is me and my girl Swaggy Sie. And you all are listening to me, Ciara, my new song, Thinking About You. Check it out.
SiriusXM, we are back on the heat with Ciara. I have to ask you, how's Russell?
He's doing really good.
Because I think you guys are like the number one bagel couple on social media right now.
That's
Honestly,
so
like
sweet.
seriously, everybody loves you. Fans love you guys. I love you guys, especially a lot of the philanthropy and community service that you guys do. Is there anything that you guys are working on in particular right now?
Yeah, well, we have our foundation. It's called the Why Not You Foundation. And Russell started it, almost 7 years ago. I want to say 7 years ago. And it was the sweetest thing when he asked me to join him on the mission and to be a part of the foundation. And I joined as vice president. And the Why Not You Foundation is very special and near and dear to both of us, because we both believe in encouraging people to have a why not you attitude.
Okay.
And the ultimate goal is to empower change in the world, one individual at a time, one child at a time. And, we both identify with the why not you story, because we both came up in circumstances where people would have never, in a lot of cases, people would have never thought, that they could, do the things that, they never would have thought. A lot of times we heard a lot more no's than we heard yeses. And, for example, he's 5'11". He's not the typical, he doesn't have all the typical traits that you would have or characteristics that they would describe as a Super Bowl winning quarterback. Right. And he's been able to defy all those odds and do more, right? Because he believed in himself and he believed, why not me? He had a why not you attitude. Right. And for me, I grew up in Decatur, Georgia, and I did not have a lot of the opportunities that a lot of my peers had. I wasn't trained to do any of what I did, but I knew I had a gift in me, and I knew I had a gift to sing. I knew I had a gift to dance, and I had a why not you attitude. Like, why can't why? Like, and also where I come from doesn't determine how far I'll go in life. I didn't have like all of the riches. I didn't have everything like that, but I knew I had a gift, and that gift is like way more greater than anything right else. Any material thing. So we just both believe in having a why not you attitude, encouraging people to have one as well, and find that why not you moment in your life if you haven't found it. And it's been really fun. He started this mission on his own, and it's a cool story when you hear he started out going to Seattle Children's Hospital every Tuesday.
I remember seeing those videos.
It's really cool. And when he started, it's the funniest story, because there was one lady that was like, who are you? Like, she's like, I know who you are, Right. And he just came to the hospital saying like what he wanted to do, and, talked about his mission and the habit that he wanted to start, implementing in his everyday flow and his life flow. Right. And, then obviously later on they go, oh, okay. They find out who and they say, we know, they know who he is, Right. But, it's an incredible story and something that's really real. And I really admire that about my husband, honestly. And it was something I always wanted to do, was to get involved with kids that are, in need of, love. They could be suffering from terminal illnesses. How can we give any kind of love and, some kind of sense of hope, or for their moms and dads, their families, their siblings, let them know someone's thinking about them. I mean, it's the most rewarding thing when you leave the hospital. When we leave, and we go every Tuesday when we're in Seattle. Wow. When you leave the hospital, I feel like I've really accomplished something for the week. Right. And I feel like this is what it's about, because this is why God gave us these platforms. And yes, it is to do the things that we love to do, but I think there's a greater responsibility, and that is using it to impact someone's life. And so we get the opportunity to do that when we go to Seattle Children's, and they impact our lives too. There's a lot of crying moments. There's moments I have to just pause around the corner and like get myself together, and then I walk out feeling good about what happened and what was done, see the joy that we put on kids' faces. One time I did a makeover Monday for some of the kids, and we, dressed them up. We did makeup and some hairstyles. Some girls wanted haircuts, blowouts. They wanted everything.
Right.
And a little boy got a haircut. But to see the joy on their faces,
that's what touches you.
Oh my gosh. And there was kids saying, I didn't have to think about surgery today. I didn't have to think about medicine today,
It provides an escape.
Oh my gosh.
A temporary escape that they need.
That's what it's about.
Right.
Yeah. So we have fun.
Is there any way for someone outside of you and Russell to contribute to?
The way that people can show support and see the things that we're doing is you go to whynotoufdn.org.
Great. All right.
And that's where you can find all stuff that's happening with Why Not You.
Well, if you're listening right now, make sure you head over there if you want to contribute anything. But I really want to ask you this as well. Can you give 3 pieces of relationship advice out? Because there are ladies, there are women everywhere trying to figure out how the hell do they get this relationship type of situation, because they love you guys.
That's so sweet. First of all, thank you guys for all the love and support. And then I will say God is good. I do believe in, first I start off with the power of loving yourself. I think that's really important, right? Self-love is the greatest gift we can give to ourselves, and one of the most important, if not the most important thing we give to ourselves, because like I remember being at that point when I was a single mom and like trying to find myself in that very moment, like where am I going? Like what is this? Like what is life right now? What does what I'm going through mean right now? And what do I need to do right now? What do I need to do for me? And the best thing that I could have decided to do at that time was to love myself. Because I felt like if I loved myself, then that means I'm also me loving myself, taking care of me, thinking of me is also me loving my son. It's also me making the best decision for me. And if I love myself the right way, then I can also love right and be loved how I deserve to be loved, right? Because if we think less of ourselves, then we accept less. Right? Act as if a queen to be treated like a queen. Like, and that's a real concept, a real thing. So self-love, I think, is where it all starts for us.
Okay.
And then I believe in the power of manifestation. I believe in the power of speaking out what you want in your life and also declaring what you don't want in your life. Because, like I remember that too. I was like, it was a moment of like, I don't know if it's look in the mirror moment or like true self-realization of like, okay, what exactly am I doing?
What's going on right now?
Right. Like,
it's
what am I doing
moments.
right? What am I doing wrong? What do I want? What do I need?
Right.
And being really clear about those things. And I put into the universe, I wanted a man that was God-fearing. Obviously, I wanted a man that loved kids because I had a son. And so to love me meant loving him too, so I was very clear about that. You got to be clear. I think we have to really be clear. And then I think, thirdly is you and your partner have to be equally yoked. That's it. You and your partner got to be on the same page. Honestly, it's amazing how God works because, I feel like in life I was running, I knew what I always wanted in life, but I was kind of running in a different opposite direction of what I wanted.
Right.
And, and what I needed, and we can finish each other's sentences.
Wow, is that deep?
It's really deep. Cool. Like we're very similar, and it's crazy because I remember watching him do an interview one year, and I thought, oh wow, this guy's interesting. Like, but not looking at him like, oh, he's like cute. No lie, he was nice looking now, but I wasn't looking at him like I was looking at him like that. Like it wouldn't have been appropriate for me to look at him like that at that time. But I just remember him talking, and I remember thinking like, wow, this guy's really on it. Like he's really
on point.
And then the craziest thing is, I remember we were riding on our way to look at one of our wedding venues, and that interview that he was doing came up, and I said, oh my gosh,
this is when I saw you.
And I was like, I was looking at my husband. And I had no idea. So, it's being equally yoked though is key. And when he was talking in the interview, I was like, wow, like he has an attitude and he's talking how I would talk.
Right.
It was crazy. But again, not looking at him like, ooh. And then I didn't know I was looking at my husband.
Wow, that is so crazy. You see? Oh my, it just gets better and better the more you talk. Let's get into some music real quick and we'll come right back, all right? Before you have to get out of here. I know you got to leave soon, okay?
Of course.
Ciara is in the building. SiriusXM is the heat. We had the joy of having Ciara here. We're celebrating your 7th studio album, dropping May 10th.
May 10th.
Oh my goodness.
Beauty
Are you
Marks.
ready? Beauty Marks.
Yes, I'm super excited. Beauty Marks, again, is a very special project to me. My goal is to inspire the world, to inject love, and make the world dance. And on this project, I got the sweetest time working with my friends like Macklemore, Kelly Rowland. The title track, Beauty Marks, produced by my friend Skylar Gray. She and I wrote that song together. And it's a very feel-good record. I'm really proud of it. It was my first release under my, my new label, my first time doing this. And I'm really proud of this moment, proud of this time. And I can't wait for the world to hear it.
We can't wait to hear it. You know, the heat is always going to be supporting anything Ciara puts out. 11 tracks. Are we going to expect a tour or anything like that?
Yes, you can expect a tour. I'm literally getting the routing in one day. So, yeah.
I'll be letting you guys know soon. Please let the fans know where to follow you if they've been under a rock or something like that.
Yeah, of course. It's so easy now with one click of the button, one click of a button. But guys can find me on Instagram and Twitter and all those fun places, Facebook. It's just my name, Ciara. And yeah, that's pretty much where you can find me. I also have onlyciara.com as well. So
great.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for coming by.
Thank you.
Yes.
It was fun.
Yes, it was. Let's get to some music on the heat.